Greenberg here from the ISSA LA Summit at the Universal City Hilton. I'm the president of the local chapter here, and we are very fortunate to have with us the renowned speaker, Rafal. Rafal is teaching a class today and as well speaking at the summit tomorrow. So, Rafal, great to have you with us again. What made you choose this particular conference to come and speak at?
Richard, I've supported ISSA for a while, primarily because the kind of folks that show up here are really the builders, the executives, those that, or aspiring executives. It's people that are essentially the building blocks of what information security is at the executive level, where I think I can probably make the most difference positively. And I'm happy to report, as of last year, I finally joined an ISSA chapter, not just came out and spoke. So I have done a couple of the internationals, a couple of these, and I love ISSA simply because of the caliber of the conference, the way you guys put it on, who you bring, and I think this is what kind of decisions are made. Great,
good to hear. Tell us about your role. You're at Optiv,
I am.
And what the training was about today.
So I'm the managing director of a group called Solutions R&D, and my team's goal is to develop program frameworks. It's something nobody's really thought about because we're all just doing security. And so we study how companies do things like threat intelligence, things like insider threat, security awareness, from an insider perspective and from an outsider perspective. So from a company, for us, for Optiv, we take an outside-in approach, right? So I take how do companies do it? We study hundreds of companies. We study patterns. We notice how they do things, what works, what doesn't, and I bring that in a format of a framework, a blueprint we call them, out to the industry, and we deliver them. A lot of this content is free, which is why I'm here, because a broader audience I can reach, the better. And the workshop today was on how to build a threat intelligence program, because right now it's still one of the top 3 things that my client base is talking about. I know people around here still buzz about, and more importantly than just talking about it, I think it's really important to know what it is, how to build a program out of it, how to measure whether you're doing well at it or not, and whether it's actually doing a benefit to your business or not. Purposeful security, right?
So you mentioned that there were 3 things that you believe people are focusing on today. What are the other 2?
So in addition to threat intelligence, which I hear a lot about, from a program perspective strictly, on the client side, I'm hearing a lot about third-party risk management. That is one of those things that's gotten front and center, whether by accident or on purpose. Lots of breaches happening. We've talked to a gentleman who has over 100,000 third parties that he works with. And the typical send him a questionnaire and analyze it, that doesn't scale even with the most amount of staff you could possibly hire. So third-party risk management is huge. We're addressing that from a company perspective as well as a framework perspective. So we've got we're addressing it by developing a practice and a framework for it. So helping companies scale. The other one is incident management. The technical part of IR has largely been modeled. We have a lot of smart people out there internally and out in the industry that have talked about and kind of framed out how to do incident response. The technical incident response that is part of incident management is the part that I think companies are trying to figure out now, and that is, okay, we know how to do a response plan. Is comms included? Is the CEO included? Do we have talking points? Is the memo already written? Or in the worst possible time of your company, or you can try to get a tiger team together with a bunch of different people, including legal, to draft the press release. That should be pre-written. There's a lot of things like that. Have you tested your incident management plan, right? Are the right people involved? Are your third parties informed? Have you informed law? All those things. So we created, again, another model for that as well.
Great. This isn't the first ISSA conference that you've accepted our invitation to, and we appreciate your coming, and we hope that you'll consider us in the future. But in the meantime, good luck with all the work and the great work that you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you. ISSA, the LA chapter here. Summit's been a yearly pilgrimage for me, and I encourage my staff and my clients to come out as well. This is a good place to be.
Great. And we encourage all of you to attend as well. Thank you.